Spider-Man. Oh, look, another one. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Amanda, and on this channel I make quite literally whatever content I fancy making. In today's video I wanted to share with you my first attempt at growing Chantenay carrots. These were harvested back in December, and I also wanted to share with you my first ever banana marble cake. I've made a banana bread in the past and I've made a marble cake in the past, but I have never made a banana marble cake. But I figured we had some bananas in the freezer, and so why not? So yeah, I really hope you enjoy this video. It's going to be a chatty one. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's get into it. There's a carrot. One carrot. This one was trying, but it didn't make it. Oh wow! One carrot. I'm so pleased. At least we've got one carrot to eat. Will we have any others? I don't know. Because look these ones. They were trying as well. They've been too closely packed. I think that's going to be the issue. But at least we've got one. That's actually a very good size carrot. Okay, so as I mentioned, this was quite literally my first attempt at growing these carrots, and I had my suspicion when I first went through the sowing stage that they weren't going to be as fruitful as they could have been, because in this trough where I grew them, I had two pepper plants on either end, and so essentially what ended up happening is that the carrots they could only go in the middle in between those two pepper plants, and I couldn't take the pepper plants out yet because they hadn't finished going through their process. So the only option really was to either don't plant all of the carrots or plant them in different places. But then I was concerned about if I put them in a plant pot, for example, and put them on the ground, are the slugs going to start appearing and take all of the carrots? I don't know. If anyone happens to be a carrot expert, please let me know, because this is probably going to be a reoccurring issue, because I intend to grow peppers again this year and try again with the carrots. So please let me know if you happen to be an expert in this area, because I don't think it was a bad harvest, but it definitely could have been better. Now, moving on to cabbage, I tried to grow cabbage, but this was kept in plant pots on the ground, and it was the ultimate fight with slugs, and to be honest, they won, because there were so many leaves that I ended up having to sacrifice. So at this point, I just stopped the growing process and harvested these as well. So if anyone has any tips, because I'm thinking that when I attempt this again, I need to put the cabbages up high. I don't know if we need to get another trough, because the trough that we have is on legs, so it's fine. Like for example, the peppers and the carrots, that they weren't bothered at all by anything. So yeah, I'd really love any tips if anyone's got any on the best approach when it comes to carrots and cabbages. I'm all ears. Please do not hesitate to provide your expertise. I'm ready to learn. But yes, now moving on to the next part of this video, I decided on another day in December to make a banana marble cake for the first time. Marble cake is one of my favorite cakes. I don't make it very often because I find it a little bit taxing, even though it's not particularly taxing, but my brain just sees it as taxing because I need to use multiple bowls in order to bring the cake to life. But yeah, I fancied a marble cake, but then I noticed in the freezer that I had essentially accidentally started gathering bananas because I am the person that loves to buy bananas and then forget that I've purchased the bananas, and then they get all like, overripe, and they start going a bit black, and I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm not going to be able to eat that now because I'm very particular about my banana texture. Um, I much I'd much rather a banana that is like just ripe versus one that is like ripe to the point of no return. Once we start getting little black spots, it's no thank you. No thank you. I'd much rather that taste that you get from a banana that is like just ripe, where you're like, it could do with it probably another day or two before it's like at perfect sweetness. I don't really have too much of a sweet tooth when it comes to bananas, which is a bit of a strange thing. But enough about bananas, guys. I'm so sorry. All that to say, I wanted to use up some of the bananas, and so I decided a banana marble cake is the way forward. And I have to tell you, it was so nice. I actually couldn't stop eating it. I used a marble cake recipe just as like a rough guide, and I will link that recipe down below if I can find it. I'm sure it'll be in my history somewhere. So I used it as a guide, and then where I would normally, because normally when I make a marble cake, I always have to add some sort of liquid. I usually add milk because I just find with the additional cocoa powder on top of the flour, it can become really, really dry, the mixture. And so where I would normally add much more milk, I didn't add so much because I was thinking, okay, I need to remember that there is liquids that will be coming from the banana, and I didn't want it to become like a really sloppy mess. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed making this. And also, um, the cocoa powder, I usually use one by Bourneville, I think that's the brand, but recently I bought one from um Tesco, and it's Tesco Finest cocoa powder, and my goodness, incredible. 1,000% recommend. So, 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 so good. I will also link that down below as well, just so that you know for sure which one it is if you are in the market for cocoa powder. A bit of a strange sentence there, but you never know. You could be in the market for cocoa powder. But yeah, for those of you that are based in the UK or maybe have spent some time in the UK in the past, when I say the past, I mean like way, way in the past. Um, I remember as a kid, my parents would always buy this cake, and then I believe it was called a half moon cake, and I think they got it from Iceland, and that was my first introduction to marble cakes, and that like made me absolutely fall in love with marble cake. And I think that's truly when I said that marble cake was my favorite. And for those of you that have never seen a half moon cake, um it was a cake in it was a cake, and it was like half of a circle, and it was a marble cake, and it was iced, an iced marble cake, but it wasn't like frangipane. Not frangipane, is it frangipane? No, marzipan. There we are. I'm getting getting the pans mixed up. It wasn't frangipane, it was marzipan. No, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, guys, it wasn't marzipan. It was regular icing, from what I can remember. I really, really don't like marzipan. I think it's one of the worst things that has been created on this earth. And there's a special, special seat in hell waiting for marzipan to go and take its rightful place. But yeah, from memory, it was just regular icing on top of a marble cake, and it was just so yummy. And I think that I used to have it with some custard, and yeah, it was just pure joy. That's a firm food memory from when I was a child. Actually, it's funny, a lot of my memories from when I was a child are food related. And I get it now because even as an adult, my parents among themselves will have discussions about food that they had before I was born. I'm like, hey guys, I can't partake in this conversation. If we could just get on board with the foods that occurred after I was born, that would be great. Thank you so much. Um, but yeah, I would be really interested to hear, number one, have you ever had marble cake? Do you like marble cake? I mean, if you don't like marble cake, I'm not sure if I want to know. I think I might take offense on behalf of the marble cake. But yeah. And also, do you have a favorite cake? That would also be something of interest because I'm always looking for new recipes to try out. So if you have a cake recipe that you particularly enjoy, and you think that I might enjoy it, please, please go ahead and share it with me. But yeah, I really hope that you have enjoyed this video. It's been great to just waffle on and show you some content. Again, carrot and cabbage experts, please don't forget me, and please leave a comment if you know the answer to the questions that I posed at the beginning of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care and God bless.